Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brickworld. And today we're going to work at the first part of the Christmas polar locomotive from LesDiy. It's a very nice train, including the main locomotive and also 3 wagons. We're going to start working at the first wagon, and also we need to talk a little bit about the dome of our very big train station building. So let's have a look inside the box. You can see there are a lot of parts inside the box, even some train tracks. More than 3,000 parts are inside here. Officially, no Lego parts, of course, not an official Lego set. It's a set with another company's parts, but it's an official cooperation between my channel and LesDiy. And yeah, it's a very nice set. We're going to start working at it today. And if you want to build that set or another set, you can use the link in the video description or down in the first pinned comment from me. And if you are going to buy something from there, I get a little bit of a commission for that. That's some money directly going into the project. So feel free to buy something and be a part of Brickworld's future world here. By the way, that's a PDF instruction. As you can see, a lot of parts inside, a lot of steps, and we're going to start working not with a locomotive, but with one of the wagons, which is a very interesting part. But as you can see here, it's a very easy but very nice inside here. A lot of seats here, all of them in red, and yeah, it's a very big wagon, of course, but the size of that wagon is very good fitting to, or very well fitting to the size of everything else I'm using here inside Brickworld, and that's one of the main reasons why I have chosen to do that cooperation. The colors are mainly dark blue outside and that dark red. The colors are okay. There are some small differences between parts, as you can see here, but I don't think it's a big problem. It's a nice looking train, and of course it's not very expensive, so that might be another nice addition to maybe your own city. I really like it. I'm just working at the first wagon today, showing you some details here, and we're going to work at the other wagons and of course at the locomotive in a future update here on my channel. But yeah, I really wanted to just test it out, see how it looks inside Brickworld. And here you can see the underside of that part. As you can see here, it's a little bit flexible, not so flexible, but I think it might work with the not so big angled switches here and curves here in the Brickworld. And that's the whole wagon. Of course, on top it's white. I think it should be snow, so I might change that in a future update to another color, but for now we are just keeping it like it is. And now we can test it, put it inside the city and see how it looks. I just added it here to that Swiss locomotive we did some time ago, and I think the size is very nice. Of course, as I said, the top here, the roof is white, snow covered white. That's something we need to change, but I think the design and everything else really fits very well inside my city, especially when you look at the size and compare to other parts here in my city. I really like it, so I'm looking forward to do everything else coming up from that set in a future update. And yeah, I really like it. If you like it too, or if you want to do something else from LesDiy, just look on their page. It's a very nice company with a lot of sometimes officially modded versions from some different designers. You can buy their mocks here as a set, and that's how it looks, a little bit more inside the city, not so far away from the train station. And I think the design is very nice. Especially I really like these combinations of dark red and dark blue here, and I think that's a very good addition to the city. But by the way, we also need to talk a little bit about the train station building. We worked once again in the last update because I found a little problem inside with the dome project. So just some final use here from that wagon, but we really need to talk about the building itself because I have a little problem, because some of you might have seen it already in the last update video, because I divided the big dome into 4 quarters, and that is a problem, as you will see in a moment, because it's especially because I'm using a kind of illegal building technique. You can see the parts are not aligning perfectly here in between, and also there's a little gap here which looks not very nice, and I really don't want to have it like that. So I'm thinking about building one very big dome, not 4 different quarters, but one very big part here to put it on top. And that will be a very good idea, I think, to get rid of these gaps and all the other problems. And on the other side, it will be a very big part, and maybe a heavy part, and maybe not so easy to handle to put it on top. But I don't see any other idea to get rid of these gaps. Also the problem with a different curved version. And if you're going a little bit far away, it looks better, but if you know that it's there, you see it always from every location, and that's something I do not want to have on top of that building where I was working so long. By the way, we're also going to work very soon here on that building once again to finish that up. And as I said, we're going to work once again here on the dome. And of course, we're going to work here on the train very soon. And that's it for today. A smaller update for today, but a lot of stuff in my head working. And yes, that's it for today. As always, feel free to write whatever you think in the comments, and maybe you want to show or look on LesDiy's webpage. So stay tuned for future updates, and bye.